Ladies and gentlemen, you were not born to shrink back in fear. You were created to move forward in faith. Inside you is a power far greater than any problem you'll ever face. There's something strong and steady at the core of your being, placed there by the Creator Himself. Life will test you, yes, but those tests are not meant to defeat you. They are there to reveal to you how powerful you truly are. Too many people hesitate, question themselves, and allow doubt to rule their choices. But not today. Today you step forward with a confidence rooted not in ego, but in divine truth. You are capable, you are equipped, and you are meant to rise. Believe in yourself completely. That's the first step toward any meaningful success in life. If you do not believe in yourself, how can you expect others to believe in you? How can you expect life to open its doors if you hesitate to knock boldly? Inside you lies a deep well of strength, God given, not man made. You were not created by accident. You were crafted with purpose, and within you is the power to overcome, to grow, to thrive. Too often, people look around and see their limitations. They say, I'm not smart enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not ready. But those are lies. Lies planted by fear and watered by doubt. You must stop listening to the voice that tells you you're not enough and start listening to the voice of truth that says you are more than a conqueror. Believing in yourself is not arrogance. It is not pride. It is alignment with the truth of your creation. When God formed you, He placed within you gifts, abilities, and possibilities that are far greater than your present circumstances. You may not see them yet, but they are there. They are waiting to be awakened by confidence. Confidence is not the absence of struggle. It is the decision to keep going in spite of it. When you walk into a room, walk like you belong there. When you speak, speak as if your words matter, because they do. You have ideas that are valuable, dreams that are important, and a destiny that is waiting to be fulfilled. Self-belief is the key that unlocks all other doors. Without it, opportunities can pass you by because you didn't feel worthy to receive them. But when you believe in yourself, fully and unshakably, you open up new levels of living. You begin to attract what aligns with your purpose, and even when life throws trials your way, you won't be shaken. Because you know that the power within you is greater than anything around you. You won't be crushed by disappointment. You won't be stopped by failure. You'll rise again and again because you've anchored yourself in a higher truth. So today, say to yourself, I believe in who I am becoming. I believe in the strength that God has placed in me. I may not have it all figured out, but I am moving forward. I will not shrink. I will not doubt. I will not give up. The world may try to convince you to settle for less, to play it safe, to stay in the background, but your spirit was made to soar. You were born to shine, and that begins when you believe it, deep down with no hesitation. You are enough. You are capable, and with God on your side, there is nothing that can truly stand in your way. Believe it, speak it, live it. Faith is your greatest power. It is the invisible force that carries you when your strength fails, the light that leads you when everything around you seems dark. When you walk in faith instead of fear, you step into a life of courage, confidence, and calm. Faith does not mean the absence of struggle. It means knowing that even in the middle of the storm, you are not alone. It means trusting that the one who brought you this far will not abandon you now. Fear may whisper lies to your heart, but faith shouts truth into your soul. Fear says, what if you fail? Faith says, what if you succeed? Fear says, you're not strong enough. Faith says, God's strength is made perfect in your weakness. Faith is not just belief. It is action rooted in belief. It's rising when you'd rather stay down. It's trying again when the world expects you to quit. It's holding your head high when circumstances say you should hang it low. When you walk in faith, you stop measuring yourself by your resources and begin trusting in God's provision. You stop depending on your own strength and start leaning on a power greater than anything this world can offer. The moment you choose faith over fear, you shift the atmosphere around you. You begin to live not just in what is possible by man, but in what is possible by God. When you trust in God with your whole heart, something changes inside you. Doubt loses its grip, anxiety weakens, confidence rises, not because of who you are alone, but because of who walks with you. You are no longer driven by what might go wrong. You are led by what will go right. You understand that setbacks are setups, delays are not denials, and every challenge is a chance for your faith to grow deeper. The more you trust, the stronger you become. The more you surrender your fears, the more courage fills your heart. You don't need to have it all figured out to move forward. You don't need every answer before you take the first step. All you need is enough faith to say, I trust you, Lord. Even when I don't see it, I believe you're working. Even when I feel afraid, I know you are near. That kind of faith is power. That kind of faith moves mountains, opens doors, and creates miracles. It gives you strength to face each day with peace. It keeps you grounded in chaos, and it lifts you above your limitations. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. Let your trust in God be louder than the doubts in your mind. You are not walking alone. The one who created you walks beside you every step of the way. So go forward, not with hesitation, not with worry, but with faith. Unshakable, undeniable, unstoppable faith. That is your greatest power. Challenges are not meant to break you. They are meant to build you. Life was never promised to be free of obstacles, but it was promised that you would never face them alone. Every difficulty you encounter is not a dead end, but a divine detour guiding you towards something greater. In the moment, trials feel heavy, painful, frustrating, but look closer. Inside each challenge lies a hidden opportunity, an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more grounded in faith. The mountain in front of you is not there to block you. It is there to show you how high you can climb. The storm is not there to drown you, but to teach you how to sail. You may not welcome the struggle, but when you endure it with courage, you will come out of it with strength you never knew you had. You grow the most when life presses you the hardest. Muscles don't develop without resistance. Diamonds are not formed without pressure, and your character will not mature without moments that stretch and test you. But those moments are not punishment. They are preparation. God allows us to face the heat not to destroy us, but to refine us. You are not being buried. You are being planted. And in time, you will rise with greater beauty and purpose than ever before. Too often, people run from hardship. They try to avoid pain at all costs. But real growth never happens in comfort zones. It happens in the hard places where your patience is tested, your faith is questioned, and your limits are pushed. Those are the moments when you dig deep, when you pray harder, when you learn to rely not on your own understanding, but on God's wisdom. And in doing so, you are changed. You are shaped into someone more compassionate, more resilient, and more spiritually aware. When a challenge appears, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, ask, what is this teaching me? How is God using this to mold me? Because when you approach life with that perspective, even your hardest days are not wasted. Every tear you cry waters a seed. Every setback sharpens your spirit. Every disappointment draws you closer to the source of true strength. You may feel like giving up, but don't. You may feel like turning back, but don't. Because what's on the other side of that challenge is victory, growth, and a deeper version of you. So stand firm. Face the challenge with your head high and your spirit unshaken. Remind yourself that you were not made to break. You were made to rise. Let every trial become a testimony. Let every wound become wisdom. And let every challenge become a stepping stone that lifts you closer to your destiny. You are not stuck. You are being strengthened. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep growing. The people and influences you allow into your life shape the person you become. Confidence does not grow in isolation, and it certainly doesn't thrive in negative environments. It grows in the presence of encouragement, hope, and positivity. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher, who speak life into your dreams, who remind you of your worth when you forget. These are the ones who water the seeds of confidence within you. You need voices around you that say, yes, you can, when the world says, no, you can't. You need friends who challenge your doubts and affirm your strength, mentors who see your potential before you fully see it in yourself. If you consistently absorb criticism, defeat, and fear from the people you interact with or the media you consume, your spirit begins to shrink. But if you fill your mind with uplifting content, books that inspire you, messages that encourage you, and conversations that empower you, you start to rise. You begin to think bigger, walk taller, and believe deeper. Energy is contagious. Spend enough time with hopeful people, and their faith will ignite your own. Spend time with dreamers and doers, and their drive will awaken your purpose. Be intentional about what you feed your mind and heart. Just as the body needs nourishing food, your soul needs nourishing words. Turn off the noise of negativity and tune in to voices that speak truth and strength. Read daily from books that build your faith, stories that stir your courage, and scriptures that remind you of God's promises. Listen to uplifting music, powerful sermons, and teachings that elevate your thinking. The more positivity you put in, the more peace and confidence will flow out. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is to step away from those who consistently bring you down. Not everyone is meant to walk with you in every season. If someone is always criticizing, doubting, or discouraging you, that energy can cloud your vision. It is not unkind to protect your peace. It is wisdom. Seek out those who will pray with you, grow with you, and celebrate your victories with genuine joy. Confidence thrives in good company. Don't underestimate the influence of your environment. A garden grows best in the right soil, with sunlight and care. So does your spirit. Plant yourself in a place where you are reminded daily that you matter, that you are capable, and that you are being shaped for greatness. As you build a life filled with uplifting influences, you'll notice your confidence grow not in arrogance, but in assurance that you are walking in the light, that you are surrounded by strength, and that with the right voices in your life, nothing can hold you back. Choose your company carefully. Choose your content wisely. Feed your mind with truth, and your life will begin to reflect it. What you see in your mind, you move toward in your life. If you want to live with confidence, you must begin by painting a bold and powerful picture of the future you desire. Visualize yourself succeeding. See yourself walking into the room with purpose, speaking with clarity, rising above the challenges, and living fully in the purpose you were created for. The mind is incredibly powerful. Whatever image you allow to take root in your thoughts will eventually shape your actions, habits, and destiny. If you constantly picture failure, fear, and disappointment, your energy will follow that image. But if you picture triumph, growth, and breakthrough, you will rise to meet that vision with strength and determination. Visualization is not wishful thinking. It is focused believing. It is choosing to see the best in yourself and your future, even when your current circumstances don't look like it yet. It is acting as if what you are hoping for is already on its way. When you visualize success boldly, you are training your mind to expect greatness instead of defeat. You begin to act like the person you're becoming instead of the person you've been. The way you see yourself directly influences the way you carry yourself, and the way you carry yourself influences the way the world responds to you. Don't be afraid to dream big. God has placed no limits on your potential, only the limits you accept. See yourself healthy, see yourself happy, see yourself walking into new opportunities. Picture the breakthrough, the peace, the impact. The clearer that vision becomes in your heart, the more confident you will be in your steps. Speak it, write it down, close your eyes and rehearse it in your mind like a movie. Let it become so familiar to your spirit that no voice of fear can erase it. Every great achievement began as a vision in someone's mind. They saw it before they lived it. They believed it before it came to pass, and they kept seeing it even when no one else did. That's what you must do. When the doubts come, return to your vision. When fear whispers, strengthen your mental picture. When discouragement strikes, remind yourself of the future that is already unfolding inside you. That vision is your guiding light, your internal compass, your personal prophecy of what's possible when faith and action work together. Keep your vision bold and alive. Don't water it down to match your current situation. Lift your expectations to match the vision God has placed in your heart. You were not made to merely survive. You were made to thrive, to rise, and to live with divine confidence. So see it clearly, believe it fully, and walk forward knowing that what you visualize with faith, you can realize with perseverance. Confidence is not built by standing still. It grows when you move, when you take action, even if that action feels small or uncertain. You don't need to have everything figured out before you begin. You just need to take the next step, however small it may seem. God blesses motion, not hesitation. He directs the feet that are already walking, not the ones that remain frozen in fear. Every great journey began with a first step, and often that step didn't feel bold or glorious. It simply felt necessary. But it was in taking that step that strength began to rise, clarity began to form, and confidence began to grow. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a willing heart. Confidence doesn't come from knowing all the answers. It comes from acting in faith, even when the path is unclear. It's when you make that phone call, write that page, send that message, show up for that meeting. Those are the moments where self-belief begins to build. The act of moving forward rewires your mind to believe, I can do this. Progress, even slow progress, is still progress. Never underestimate the power of doing one small thing today that your future self will thank you for. Waiting for the right time often becomes a trap. There is no perfect moment, No ideal condition when everything aligns just right. You must create momentum, and once you begin, God meets you in the motion. He begins to guide your steps, open doors, and bring the right people across your path. But none of that happens if you're stuck in place, overthinking, second guessing, waiting until you feel more ready. Readiness is a result of movement, not a prerequisite for it. As you go, you grow. Even if you stumble, you're still ahead of where you were before. Failure is not final. It is feedback. It teaches you, strengthens you, and prepares you for the next opportunity. The person who takes action learns more in a day than the person who plans for a year but never moves. Life rewards those who are willing to try, to risk, to stretch beyond comfort. Confidence doesn't live in the safety zone. It lives where growth happens. So take that step. Make that move. Begin now, not later. You don't need to leap. You only need to walk. The smallest step of faith is greater than the grandest intention left undone. Trust that as you move forward, you're not walking alone. God is with you. He honors action taken in trust, and with each step, your faith strengthens, your courage deepens, and your confidence multiplies. Action breaks the chains of fear. Action creates momentum. Action is the language of belief. Don't wait until you feel confident to start. Start, and confidence will follow. Keep going, step by step, moment by moment, knowing that you are moving towards something greater than you've ever known. Your words have incredible power. What you speak about yourself becomes what you believe, and what you believe shapes your life. Speak positively about yourself, not because everything is perfect, but because your words help shape the person you are becoming. When you say, "I am strong," you begin to act with strength. When you say, "I can handle this," your mind rises to meet the challenge. When you say, "I believe God is guiding me," your heart finds peace in the midst of confusion. It's not just talk, it's transformation. The words you speak set the tone for your attitude, your confidence, and your direction. Too often, people tear themselves down with negative self-talk. They say things like, "I'm not good enough," "I always fail," or "nothing ever works out for me." And over time, those words take root. They become a belief system, and that belief system limits what's possible. But when you choose to speak words of faith, hope, and encouragement, you are planting seeds of strength. Even if you don't feel confident, speak confidence. Even if you're struggling, speak victory. Say what you want to grow, not what you fear. Your words don't just affect you. They affect others too. When you speak positively about people around you, you lift them up. You create an atmosphere of encouragement. You become a light in dark places. Words can heal, build, and inspire, or they can wound, weaken, and discourage. Use your words as instruments of grace. Compliment more. Encourage freely. Be generous with your praise and gentle with your corrections. You never know how much someone might need to hear a kind word today. You might be the voice that changes their entire outlook. And be careful not just with what you say out loud, but also what you whisper to yourself in silence. Your internal dialogue matters just as much as your spoken words. Train your inner voice to be one of compassion, courage, and confidence. When self-doubt creeps in, answer it with truth. When fear rises, respond with faith. Say to yourself, "I am a child of God. I have purpose. I am capable. I am growing. I am not alone." These aren't just affirmations. They're declarations of truth. Don't wait for someone else to believe in you before you start believing in yourself. Don't wait for perfect conditions to speak words of hope. Begin now. Speak life over your dreams. Speak healing over your heart. Speak progress over your journey. As you do, your mindset will shift. Your confidence will grow, and you will begin to attract the very things you've been speaking. Words are seeds. Plant what you want to harvest. Say what lifts you higher. Declare your strength, your purpose, and your victory. Let your mouth become a tool of faith, because when your words align with truth, your life begins to align with destiny. You are never truly alone. No matter what you're facing, no matter how dark the road may seem, remember this unshakable truth. God is with you. His presence is not distant or conditional. It is constant, faithful, and deeply personal. When you rise in the morning, He is already there. When you face the unknown, He walks beside you. When fear tries to grip your heart, His peace is near to calm your spirit. You may feel overlooked by people, misunderstood by others, or even uncertain about your own direction, but you are never abandoned by the one who created you. He knows your name, your battles, your dreams, and your deepest needs. When you walk with the awareness that God is by your side, everything changes. Your steps become more certain, your spirit more settled, your confidence more secure. You no longer have to rely solely on your own strength, because His strength is available to you. You are not limited to your own understanding, because His wisdom is guiding you. This truth doesn't mean you'll never feel afraid, but it does mean you never have to face fear alone. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You can rest in the assurance that the Almighty is carrying you. So many people walk through life burdened with loneliness, confusion, and doubt. They feel as if they are fighting battles in silence, unnoticed and unsupported. But when you live with the consciousness of God's presence, even your loneliest moments become sacred. You begin to realize that the silence is not empty. It is filled with the quiet strength of a God who never leaves. You can go forward with courage, knowing that your journey is not random. It is being shaped step by step by a loving and all-powerful hand. There will be moments when the road gets rough, when prayers seem delayed, when doors appear to be closed. But in those very moments, God is still working. He is arranging things behind the scenes, preparing your heart and aligning your circumstances for the right time. Your job is not to figure out every detail. It's to keep walking, to keep trusting, to keep showing up in faith. When you truly believe that God is with you, you stop shrinking back in fear and begin walking boldly in purpose. You stop second, guessing your worth, and start standing in your God-given identity. You stop being paralyzed by what-ifs and start declaring what is, that you are chosen, protected, guided, and deeply loved. So walk tall today, not in arrogance, but in holy confidence. The Creator of the universe walks with you. That's not a small thing. That is your strength, your hope, and your unwavering advantage. You are never alone, and because God is with you, you can face anything with courage, with peace, and with confidence. The road to your dreams will not always be smooth. There will be moments when the journey feels longer than expected, when your energy feels drained, and your motivation begins to fade. But in those very moments, when giving up seems like the easiest option, you must choose to keep going. Don't quit. Quitting may offer temporary relief, but it steals the reward that only perseverance can bring. Those who achieve great things aren't always the most talented, the most fortunate, or even the most prepared. They are simply the ones who refuse to stop. They kept walking through the storm. They kept believing when there was no visible sign of progress, and they kept their eyes on the goal even when everything around them screamed, "Turn back." Perseverance is the proof of belief. If you truly believe in the purpose God has placed in your heart, you will keep moving even when it's difficult. You will rise after every setback. You will learn from every failure, and you will continue forward with quiet, unshakable resolve. Confidence is not just boldness in good times. It is persistence in hard times. It's the ability to say, "This hurts, but I will not stop. This is hard, but I will not quit. I may be tired, but I still believe." That kind of inner strength doesn't come from you alone. It comes from the Spirit of God renewing you, lifting you, empowering you with a deeper purpose than comfort. Understand this. Fatigue is not the same as failure. Feeling weary does not mean you're not strong. It means you're human, but strength is found in continuing despite the fatigue. You may have to slow down, you may need to catch your breath, but never confuse a pause with a surrender. Rest if you must, but don't give up. Your breakthrough might be just around the next corner. Most people stop just before they reach the turning point. Don't be one of them. Remind yourself why you started. Go back to the vision that lit your fire in the first place. Reconnect with your why, that deep reason that pulled you into the journey. That reason is still alive, and so is your calling. No storm lasts forever. No night stays dark forever. There is light ahead, and every step you take is bringing you closer. Don't let temporary pain cause you to walk away from permanent purpose. The finish line is not for the fastest, it's for the faithful. The ones who keep showing up, keep believing, and keep pressing forward with faith in their heart and determination in their spirit. Keep going, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. You've come too far to turn back now. You've endured too much to stop short of the victory. Keep walking, keep trusting, keep growing. The promise is on the other side of perseverance, and if you don't quit, you will win. And now, go forward with faith in your heart, strength in your soul, and this unshakable truth in your mind. With God beside you, nothing can stop you. So dare greatly, believe boldly, and never, ever give up.